During the Victorian period, a large number of churches were being built and existing ones were being rebuilt, restored, or extended. Moseley, with its growing population, has witnessed these changes for the past 500 years, since the first chapel was erected in the area. Now let's have a look at Moseley's most famous churches. St. Mary's Church. St. Mary's was first mentioned in 1405. The oldest surviving part of the building is the tower, which was built in 1514 using 48 wagon loads of stone reused from Bromsgrove's old parsonage. Rebuilt and extended in the 19th century, the church is largely the work of the Birmingham architect JULIUS ALFRED CHATWIN. By 1780, the chapel had fallen into such disrepair that services could no longer be held here. Began a long period of repair, Gothic transformation and extension. Architect Chatwin repaired the German bomb damage which occurred in 1940 during World War II.
Quiet room, but some lovely stained glass.
Oh, okay. So what's happening here?
So, small services in a quiet setting.
Oh, okay.
Rather than in the whole thing, and normally no music. A lot of churches have a lady chapel. Lady is after St Mary, Mother of Jesus, Our Lady, and that's how they're called. The icon there, excuse me, which is it's only a copy, of course.
Yeah.
But that's a famous icon of the Madonna and Child, Russian.
And how do you call, the windows, how do you call that?
Stained glass. It's Gothic, I think, because it's pointed. Okay. Where the windows are pointed at the top. But it's neo-Gothic, it's not originally Gothic.
Okay.
And
it was done in the...
Stained glass it's got its own language by the people who make the stained glass. They have their own language. That thing there, I think it's called a quatrefoil or something. They've all got very funny words to do with the individual pieces of it. And mullions.
So was it done during the Tudor?
No, it's not that old. No.
Okay.
No, it's a lot newer than that. Stained glass was added to this church during the Victorian period. But what happened? One interesting thing about this church is that during the Second World War, quite a lot of the glass was bomb damaged. Okay. We had a bomb that exploded. I don't know whether you noticed that there's a railway line just outside. Yes? We think that the German bombers were after the railway line, but they missed, and they sent down bombs that were on parachutes, and it hung in a tree and exploded at high level rather than at ground level, and it shattered all the glass down this side, down that side, and in here, and the east window there is new. That's post Second World War, that window. And a lot of this was saved and replaced, but added to as well. Down that stretch, that's older, because that wasn't damaged, fortunately. But on the other side, you can see a lot of the windows weren't replaced with stained glass, but with plain glass. And those are bits that were saved rather than full windows. Okay. This one here, though, I think I saw you taking a picture of that one.
Yeah.
That's new. I don't know whether you noticed in the corner there's a date, 1981.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
And it was put in with money donated by the family of one person who had died in memory of her. And we call it the Magnificat window, because there's a poem that we sing and say during services called the Magnificat, which is taken from words in the Bible about St Mary, and this church is St Mary, and it shows her in various places there. And so that's, as I said, the Magnificat window.
Useless.
From the 1860s, Moseley's population increased, and St Mary's wasn't big enough to contain all the residents. The site for a new church, a daughter church of St Mary's, was given by William Francis Taylor of Moseley Hall, and the building of the church was financed by wealthy local landowner Rebecca Anderton. St Anne's Church was designed by architect Frederick Preedy and is built mainly of cream and red rock-faced sandstone in a revived Gothic style. The church was badly damaged by German bombs in 1940 and was rendered unusable. The church was restored and reconsecrated in 1948. St Agnes Church. In the early 1880s, Francis Wilmot, a Birmingham solicitor, was developing the surrounding land on which the church now stands. Architect William Davis laid in October 1883 the foundation stone. The church was built in 3 stages, and the last stage, which represents the tower, was completed by architect Bateman in 1932. The church was built in the decorated Gothic style. Among the many attractive features of the church is a stained glass east window depicting Christ in glory.